Hello dear Bridging family, welcome to another episode of Bridging Heaven and Earth. My name is Bianca Childs. We are in Santa Barbara. It's a very special evening of the concert with my dear friend Guru Ganesha, a multi-talented singer, songwriter, travels the world with his band, sharing their gifts, chanting mantras, and just serving the divine will. Satnam.
Satnam, Bianca.
So nice to see you again.
So nice to be here in Santa Barbara again.
Yeah, you were here in 2011, I believe.
Yeah, I think 2011 with Tina Malia.
With Tina Malia.
It was a fun tour.
Yes, yes. I totally fell in love with your music. It's a very unique blend of classic rock, mantra, raga. Why don't you tell us about your special fusion?
You were explaining it perfectly, yeah. It's a blend of what's in my soul, you know, which is a blend, you know, because I grew up in the 60s. You know, I was born in 1950, and my first musical influences were like the Beatles and the Grateful Dead, and I was into the West Coast sound a lot, the Jefferson Airplane, Moby Grape.
Were you at the Woodstock?
Believe it or not, I know it sounds like a cliche, but I was at Woodstock. 1969. At that time, I had a rock and roll band called Cat's Cradle, but we weren't invited to Woodstock.
Oh, really?
But we went, and it was it was my first experience of the power of group consciousness. Because, you know, I think our journey is from individual consciousness to group consciousness, and then to cosmic consciousness.
Yeah. That was definitely the beginning of that.
I think so. It was kind of the beginning, and now it's kind of like the Woodstock Nation has gradually transformed itself into the Bhakti Nation. You know?
Yes, yes. And how did you transition from that to Sikh and kirtan?
It's not something I planned out. It was, you know, from 68 to 72, we were. My band, we were called an acid rock band. That was a genre, you know. And, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, we tried to live up to the genre we were in. And, you know, we would take LSD even when we were rehearsing.
Oh, really?
And from 68 to 72, I probably had as many LSD trips as Timothy Leary around us. You know, I probably 150 to 200 LSD trips, and it's too much. Yeah. And I got to the point where, my soul was crying out. And the soul speaks in a very quiet voice. You know, you usually have to meditate to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was getting very concerned and was crying out, basically saying, hey man, you better find some alternative way to feel uplifted or you're going to die. And I think what really influenced me was that George Harrison had been studying with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and went to India, and then tried to turn the rest of the Beatles on. And then he was introduced to the great sitar player, you know, Ravi Shankar. And the way I found out about all that is I was listening to the Beatles song Norwegian Wood. And that's, I think, the first song George Harrison put the sitar on. And when I heard that sound, I had like almost an awakening just hearing that instrument on the song. And back then there was no internet.
Yes.
You know, so now if you hear something and you're like this, you can with a few clicks find out. It took me a couple of months to find out what instrument he was playing. And it turned out it was a sitar, and then I heard the story that he was studying with Ravi Shankar, and then who had he had been introduced by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. So it planted the seed that maybe, you know, that was the direction to turn when my soul was crying out. And soon thereafter I met this wonderful yogi Bhajan, who came from India. In 1969 he came. I met him a little bit after that. And basically his teacher had told him there was a whole generation of young people in the West who were destroying their nervous systems on drugs, and that he should go and teach the technology of Kundalini yoga and meditation because it would help young people rebuild their nervous systems. So when I met him, I was very inspired. He's a very funny man.
Yes, yes, I read about him.
And yeah, amazing energy. I went out to dinner with him early on, and somebody said, "Oh, this young man here is a musician. Oh, and he looked, he said, yeah, he plays in a rock and roll band named Cat's Cradle. And he looked at me and he says, you know, I really like your music. And I'm like, oh, really? You know my music? And my head blew up this big.
Yeah.
And then he said, no, silly, I don't mean your music, I mean your generation's music. And he was talking about the Beatles.
Yeah,
and
Grateful
He said,
Dead.
yeah, but then he said, but I don't think the lyrics are the best thing. And he did a little parody on the Rolling Stones song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Yeah.
He said, I can't get no satisfaction. He said, you people are looking in all the wrong places for satisfaction. And he said, why don't you keep playing your music, keep writing your music, but use mantras or divine poetry, you know, lyrics that truly connect you with your highest self, with your soul, instead of all the Maya, you know.
Yes.
And I found it was very profound. It took a while. I started composing music, putting music to mantra in like 1973.
Did you know the meaning of the lyrics? I mean, it's like in a different language.
Well, in the beginning, the first mantra I heard, I went to a Kundalini yoga class with one of Yogi G's students. And at the end of the class, a young man who was from Puerto Rico and had an orange turban on and the beginnings of a beard, pulls out a nylon string guitar and started chanting Guru Guru Waheguru, Guru Ram Das Guru. I had no idea what it meant. But I'm sitting there and my heart chakra, which I don't think had opened for lifetimes, just went like this. And tears started pouring out of my eyes. And at the end of the class, I went to these guys. And the teacher, I said, Mr. Bhajan, because I thought it was Yogi Bhajan. It was on a poster. And he looked just like, he laughed. He says, I'm not Yogi Bhajan. And I said, well, I don't know who you guys are or where you're coming from, but take me with you. Yes. That's how I ended up in the ashram. Yeah. But it was the chant.
It was the chant.
Even before I understood the meaning.
I mean, there is the whole science of mantras.
Yes.
It's like
and I was to learn
internal
that later
technology,
on. But it was just the sound. In the sounds, for example, the words Ram, Das. Ram is a third chakra sound. You even say it, you can feel your navel point, you know, vibrate a little. Ram, like rum, like an engine. Das is a fourth chakra sound. Das. And so Das, Ram means divine or God. Das means to serve. So you put Ram Das together and you got Ram Das. And you move from third to fourth chakra, which is it's only a short distance, but it's a long journey for most of us.
Yeah.
And that was by meeting Yogi G and learning some of this, I was able to start to transition from these chakras to here. Not that this is all part of human existence too, you know.
Yes.
We have to embrace all the chakras.
Yeah, totally.
But when the heart starts to open, life starts to become much more peaceful and beautiful.
So mantra really is a use of sound to affect consciousness.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And chanting mantra creates a specific vibration.
Absolutely. And it also, you know, I mean, I think Krishna Das put it best. You know, optimally when you're chanting mantra, you're kind of, you're focusing here. And kind of, you know, I don't like to say shutting down the intellect, because if you're making the effort to shut down the intellect, it pushes back.
Yeah.
But it's more focusing here on your heart center. And, you know, I believe my soul, my essence is inside my heart center.
Yes. And there's also like 84 points, mantra points on the roof of your mouth. So when you
Yogi G explained it. I mean, I never really studied all of that. But sometimes when I'm chanting certain mantras, I can feel the tip of my tongue. It's kind of hitting the upper palate in different places. And it stimulates, you could feel it stimulating the pituitary
like every
gland.
cell in your body changes your body chemistry.
Yeah. Well, you know, what I've discovered, what LSD does is it bypasses like the pituitary gland and everything else. It goes right to the pineal gland and causes the pineal gland to radiate, and you go into this altered state of, well, so you have this almost temporary awakening, which can be quite beautiful, or the opposite.
Right.
But the way Yogi G explained it, he said you don't want to just get the pineal gland radiating without having activated all the other centers, and particularly the pituitary gland, which is the master gland. So he gave us a sequence through yoga, through meditation, through mantra, that would open the, that would awaken the pineal gland. So you could experience, almost go into a samadhi-like experience, but without the drugs.
Without the drugs.
Yeah, much cheaper too.
Beautiful, yeah.
I can do it in my hotel room.
Yeah. And also yogis say that chanting mantra is like pulling the energy from heaven to earth into our bodies.
That's very beautifully
uplifting,
stated.
Yes. And you're also founder of Spirit Voyage.
Yeah, it kind of found me, because at a certain point in my life, I just, I have a whole other business that I was blessed for it to be successful, and I was looking for a way to use some of the green energy to more directly serve the spirit.
Yeah.
And I also, in our community, there's so many devoted people who've been practicing the Kundalini yoga and chanting for so many years, like for the young lady Snatam Kaur.
Snatam Kaur, yeah.
And she was like, she has this voice that could wrest tears from a stone gargoyle,
Yes.
But it was like she was the best kept secret on the planet, basically, because only the people in our community knew about her.
Yeah.
And so one of the things, I think that the reason Spirit Voyage came into being, I decided, I really need to record some of this beautiful music that people like Snatam Kaur and Guru Singh and Guru Das and
so many of them too.
Yeah, so many, Mirabai Seba.
Yeah.
In our community were creating, but also the finances weren't there to produce them properly, produce a support sound that was commensurate with the sound current that they were transmitting via the voice. You know. And so that's how Spirit Voyage got started, and it started in my garage.
Oh, really?
I started financing.
That's how most businesses start in the garage.
And the reason it ended up becoming more formal business is my wife says to me one day, she said, honey, I want my garage back.
Yes.
Because it was filled with CDs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a deeply devotional, compassionate music for serving the humanity and world peace.
Yeah, it wasn't founded to make money. I didn't really need the money. It was founded to get the healing sound current out there. And interestingly, when the intention is right, the prosperity comes too.
The universe will support you and create synchronicity and situations. That's how we met.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's, when you stop trying to force things to happen and you just try to align yourself.
Yes.
And, so I'm down to one prayer. I prayed for so many different prayers over the years, but now as I've gotten, I'm 65 now, I'm on Medicare.
You look great.
You
looking younger.
And my prayer, my only prayer is, thy will be done.
Yes.
I trust the divine. I see the divine everywhere. I see God in everyone.
Yes.
Everyone's my teacher. And I'm only a teacher as much as everybody else is. I have 7.2 billion teachers. Some people teach me what to do. Many people teach me what not to do, but they're all teaching.
Yes.
And I hope I do the same. Hopefully I'm more on the positive side. I'm trying to be, I don't really, sit and teach yoga classes stuff. I just try to serve through the music and the chanting.
Do you do any workshops or retreats?
I've done it occasionally. People want me to do a workshop. At Satnam Fest, I'll do a workshop about conscious, integrity-based business practices. How to do business with the total integrity, how to build trust without compromising your principles, how to even sell products and services, but without coming across like the typical pushy, overly aggressive. It's all about building trust. It's all about doing what's truly right for the other party.
Yeah, creating a new world, new paradigm.
Yeah, and it's about you're okay whether you do business or not. It's having the deep conviction that you're okay. You don't need the business.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be, if it's in alignment, if it's right for both parties, then great. And when people feel that, they trust you. And when they trust you, you can't run and hide from all the prosperity.
Yeah, it has to come from here.
Yeah.
There's so many young people nowadays searching for meaning in life, and
I mean, they're so incredible.
Yeah.
This generation is like just light years ahead of you know, my generation. Light years. They're profound.
Yes.
But they gotta rebel. They gotta
rebel.
Yeah. But they're deeply spiritual.
Yeah.
And you notice they're not judgmental like my generation. They're all embracing.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to be in really great hands. We're going to be in really great hands. I hope so.
I think it's heading in that direction. There's so many of us, like, you know, you and me, serving the...
And we just have to be examples.
Yes.
And not preach to them. They already know it all. You know, they have that incredible wisdom.
Yeah.
Self-contained. What inspires them is to see us actually in alignment with that. That's what attracts them. Yeah. Not when we say, "Hey, you should be right?"
Yeah, I see a lot of that with that. Is it 3HO community? Yeah, it's a huge community, just like the Spirit Voyage people, Kundalini.
Yeah, well, it's all, you know, it's kind of part of the same family. That's part of the legacy of Yogi Ji. You know, he created this worldwide spiritual family. So wherever you go in the world, you have family. I used to joke that I had swimming pools in 7 continents. And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Yeah, wherever I go, I have family." And people welcome me in. And, you know, so and I don't even have to maintain the pools or put chlorine or anything.
Right. That's how it should be.
Right, when you really see that we're one worldwide family, you know. And,
yeah, I think people are seeing that more and more now.
That's why Yogi Ji had us take on the same last name, so we'd even relate to each other.
Yeah, is it a
Khalsa?
Oh, okay, Khalsa. Okay.
Like Sanatam's last name is Khalsa. Snatam Kaur, Khalsa.
Oh, okay. So yours is. I thought yours was Singh, GuruGanesha.
Well, that's my middle name, and now even for the music, I just go by GuruGanesha because isn't 5 syllables enough? GuruGanesha, right?
Yeah.
But all the men who are on the Sikh path, or most of them, embrace the middle name Singh. S-I-K-H. Yeah, Sikh means student. Student of truth.
Truth, yeah.
Yeah. And to me, it's like people ask me, stopped me the other day in a supermarket and said, "Are you a Sikh?" I said, "Well, first and foremost, I'm a human being. But my main daily spiritual practice comes from Sikh tradition, although I do things from other traditions too, because why limit myself?
Yeah.
There's so many incredibly beautiful teachings out there.
Yeah, so many, yeah.
And they said, "Well, you wear the turban and everything." Well, I wear the turban because it feels so good. It kind of gently massages kind of my temples. And
it looks good.
Oh, well, thank you. But then also Yogi Ji explained it, that if it's tied right, the gentle pressure on the acupuncture meridians at the temples, which stimulates the pituitary gland, which is seated behind here.
Right.
And so for when you meditate at the third eye, I can always, even right now, if I look up here, there's like light pulsating there.
Yeah. Do you get up at 4 in the morning before the sunrise?
Well, not rarely now. I mean, when I was in my 20s and 30s
take a cold shower.
And 40s. Well, I still take a cold shower every day. But for me personally, I found that sleep deprivation doesn't work for me anymore at 65.
It's hard when you travel.
Yeah, and we play concerts.
Right.
Concert starts 7:30, maybe we're done by 10. Maybe the tour van is packed by 11:30. We get to the hotel by, you know, so maybe I get to sleep at 2. I need like 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
So, but when I get up, my first thing I do is my daily practice.
Yes.
Because it's grounding.
Connect with the soul. Yeah, that's really important to start your day.
Really, for me.
Yes.
I don't
and
tell
for everybody,
everybody.
I think.
Well,
it's
everybody,
good to
they got to find out their, you know, what works for them. But you know, I've had a daily practice since I met Yogi Bhajan back in 71, 72. And that's really the yoga that I do every morning. Even now that I'm recovering from a broken kneecap, is total maintenance. I mean, if I only had 20 minutes in the morning for my mind, body, spirit you know.
Yeah.
I would do the Kundalini yoga, particularly working the spine.
Right, moving the body and getting the energy, yes.
Because it's the central nerve channel.
Yeah.
And if people who want to be, you know, people spend a lot of money trying to be youthful. The best way to be
all
youthful,
you can do is just do yoga and
yeah,
chanting.
And keep your spine really supple, if you can.
Yeah, and it's important what you eat also.
Yes. By the way, their food you made for the band, they're loving it.
Thank you, thank you. It's a pleasure. So you know, when I just came from Europe, and it's like a 12-hour flight, and every time I feel down and tired, I just tune into your music. I put the headphones on, and I don't even know the meaning. You know, a lot of those mantras like Ad Gurename, Jugat Gurename, Sad Gurename,
yeah. Why let the meaning get in the way?
Yeah,
you know?
I just love it so much. I feel it in every cell of my body. It's so rejuvenating, and I just love it so much.
In the beginning.
Ad Gurename.
And in the beginning, there was this divine wisdom. Throughout the ages, Jugad, throughout the ages, the divine wisdom continues to live in every heart. Sat Gurename. Now, that divine wisdom is still being transmitted from deep inside each soul, 7 by 24 by 365. Siddhi Gurudev. Throughout the ages, that divine wisdom is timeless. No birth, no death. It continues. It's all loving. It's all compassionate. It's all merciful. And I really believe that there's a divine energy that prevails through everything, that loves us and is taking care of us and is guiding us to evolve into blissful, beautiful beings. I can't prove it, but...
There's another one, Rama Dasa Sase Soham.
Yeah, that's the healing.
Yeah, that's healing.
I've people told me they've been doing the Ramadasa Sase Sohang meditation, or just the Ramadasa meditation for my knee, and it's like I'm 8 weeks from the surgery and I'm already walking around. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Which is miraculous for like my doctor was.
Maybe
like,
you won't even need the surgery.
Well, I had the surgery because they, you know, the kneecap was in two pieces.
So I thought you were having another one.
No, I don't think so. And they put 2 pins and wire. But the doctor was so surprised. He said, "You're healing like a 25-year-old."
Yeah.
I said, "Wow, thank you."
Beautiful. Okay, so let's do some chanting, and let's really pull the energy from heaven into earth and through our bodies.
I have shall we do that first mantra?
Well, I was gonna play some concerts from the concert.
Oh, okay, great.
But whatever you want to do.
Well, let's do just Guru Vahe Guru, Guru Ramdas Guru, Guru Vahe Guru, Guru Ramdas Guru, Guru Vahe Guru, Guru Ramdas Guru, Guru Vahe Guru, Guru Ramdas Guru.
We just released a single, and this is it. It's called Hummy Hum, and it's fun and it's funky. And it means, I am thine and mine myself. Waheguru. Basically, we are one under the sun. And ain't it fun? Waheguru. Right here so we can see you. Dance right here. Yeah, thank you. Hami hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hami hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tume tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tum-me tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tum-me tum, Vaheguru. I am thine, in mind myself, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tum-me tum, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tum-me tum, Vaheguru. Hum-me hum, tum-me tum, Vaheguru. Thanks to the dancer. Let's keep it going. Waheguru, 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 Creator of all, sustainer of all, enlightener of all, destroyer of all, beyond time, beyond space, has no beginning, has no end, has no king, has no form, beyond death, always unborn, well, beyond reach, always unseen, has no image, just pure being. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the light of my soul, I am happy and whole. In the light of my soul, in the light of my soul, I am happy and whole. In the light of my soul. Creator of all, sustainer of all, enlightener of all, destroyer of all, beyond time, beyond space, has no beginning and has no end, well, has no fear, has no form, beyond death, always unformed, well, beyond reach, always unseen, has no image, just pure being. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the light of my soul, I am happy and whole. In the light of my soul, in the light of my soul, I am happy and whole. In the light of my soul. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find love within. When I came back to let you know, there's just one true love, and you can't let go. But my friends wonder what is wrong with me, 'cause I'm in the days before your love, you see. Well, I came back to let you know, there's just one true love, so we can't let it go. God and me, me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and me me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are everybody. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and we 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 and God are one. Chris sung it. Wow. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Yo, Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Also, Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. You guys. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Hari Om, dear Lord, Satnam, holy name. When I call on the light within, I go home. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light. Call on the light. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light. Call on the light. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light. Call on the light. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light within. Call on the light. Call on the light. Call on the light within. Hey, where's Buddha? Mother Buddha and Nanak and Allah too. Jehovah, Rama and the true Guru. Jesus, Moses, Vishnu, Krishna, Ramdas and the God in you. Peace on earth, goodwill to all. Time has come for us to stand tall. Call on the light that shines within. Call on the light within. interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz, llamo la luz, llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz, llamo la luz, llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz, llamo la luz, llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz interior. Llamo la luz, llamo la luz, llamo la luz interior. Jehovah, Rama, and the true Guru, Jesus, Moses, Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, and the God in you. Peace on earth, goodwill to all. Time has come for us to stand tall. Call on the light that shines within. Call on the light within. How the voice there. Thank you. This guy. Thank you. Thank you. We are co-forming. So, is it that time? It's that time, okay. It's a school night, right? Yeah. Okay.
Bring it on!
Bring. You don't want to go to bed, son? I used to sing the song, I don't want to go to bed so early. I don't want to go to bed right now. Gosh, oh gee.
What's the rest of it?
I forgot it.
How happy I'd be if I
Yeah.
didn't go to bed right now.
All right, one last bluesy number. Okay? And then we'll do the sweet one and fade off into the sunset. Fair enough. Okay. All right. One God, one God. This song is called One God. And it goes, I believe in one God. I believe in one God, divine nature of us all. You can trust that one God or not. That's your call. And then there's a few other verses. Cool? Structure it. Well, why don't I sing the verse and then you respond and you sing the verse. You can do blues. But sing with me too. And then I'll sing with you and I'll sing a little harmony with you. All right? Okay. I believe in one God, divine nature of us all. I believe in one God, divine nature of us all. What he
believe in one God.
He believes in one God.
Divine nature of soul. I believe in one God. Divine nature of soul.
Sing it, bro.
Well, you can trust that one God or not. That's your call. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a lot going on that I can't explain. It's something. Well, there's a lot going down that I can't explain.
Well, you can get stressed out or not. It's all the same.
Sing it, bro.
Well, there's a lot going down that I can't explain now. There's a lot going down that I can't explain. Oh yeah. Well, they can get stressed out or not. It's all the same. Yeah.
Everybody now.
Yeah. Satnam. Siva-egu. Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam. Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
One more time, boys. Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
Well, I sing God praise
Right from my heart.
Well, I sing God praise. Yeah, clap your hands.
Bottom of my heart. Well, there's only one who loved me. I knew it from the start.
Sing it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I sing God's praise right from my heart. Well, I sing God's praise from the bottom of my heart. Well, there's only one who loved me. I knew it from the start.
Everybody now.
Yeah, yeah. Satnam. Siva-egu. Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam. Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
Yeah, keep up. Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
Here we go. I believe in one God.
One God.
Divine nature of us all.
Divine nature of us all. I believe in one God. One God.
Divine nature of us all.
Divine nature of us all. Oh, you can trust that one God or not. That's your call.
Sing it, bro.
I believe in one God. Divine nature of us all. I believe in one God. Divine nature of us all. Well, you can trust that one God or not. That's your call.
Everybody now.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam. Siva-egu.
Last time. Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu.
Satnam.
Satnam.
Siva-egu.
Siva-egu. Ekam Satnam.